Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, November 2nd, 2022, a little after 6:30 a.m. So glad you could join me here at Forex Smart Trade. Our goal is to help you change your life and become a successful currency trader. We do that by teaching you how to use our proprietary simple to use but highly accurate trading indicators. Indicators have been around almost a quarter of a century, and we have been showing or training traders for over 15 years. I am a successful trainee, and I've been trading a little over 4 years. Learning to trade has been the absolute best thing I've ever done, and I've done quite a few things. So with that, let's jump in. I'm going to show you one of the analysis I principally use, but we've got a dozen different analyses. And as we train you, we will develop a customized trade plan just for you based on your availability to trade and your likes and whatnot. So first, we need to start by listening to this guy. So let's get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advanced written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades. We do them for several reasons. One is it's a teaching moment so that you can learn to trade better. Two, so that you can evaluate that the indicators work. Not many people come on live, do a trade, and then stand by the result. So we do that. Do live trades Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 Eastern, and then Monday afternoon at 3:30 Eastern. And then every day around 4:15, I send out a trade setup where I've got a little 3 to 5 minute video that shows you how I did the analysis and the trade that I am taking. That analysis is different than the one we're doing this morning. Again, the purpose is so that you can see how accurate I was. If you took last night's trade, we took a pending trade, buy stop on the Euro USD, and it closed. When you become a regular member, we do live trades every morning at 10 a.m., every evening at 10 p.m. And then one of the keys to our trader success is that we have continuous training. So every Wednesday evening at 9 p.m., we do an advanced member training. And every Saturday, we're back to the basics, just reviewing the strategies, taking questions, and helping you be your highest and best. I work off of a little checklist that kind of helps keep me focused so I don't miss anything. Every day, good habit to restart your green chart. Clears out the memory and picks up any updates that they may have done. Good habit at the end of every day is to review the day's trades, specifically what didn't didn't go the way you wanted. And one of the nice things about the indicators is that it has a simulator. You can go back to that specific time when you took the trade and look at what you were looking at to figure out what went wrong with your analysis. Sometimes you do everything right and you still don't get it, but that's that should be less than 20 or 30% of the time. We are technical traders. We are trading strictly based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at telling us what direction the market's going to move in. And if we can figure that out, we can make some money. However, news does impact currency trading, and we want to know what that news is that's coming out so that we can trade around it. And the best place to do that is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into three components: yellow, which is low impact. We generally don't worry about those things. Orange, which is medium impact. I don't worry about those, but some people do. And red, which is high impact. Those are the things I want to trade around. And this morning at 8 o'clock, which is within 90 minutes of now, we've got a bunch of news on the pound. At 8:30, we've got the USD unemployment claims. So usually within a 2-hour window before the news announcement, I don't want to trade it because this stuff starts, especially anything that's published, like the official bank rate, which is they already know what that number is, or the unemployment claims, they already know what that number is, starts leak out and people start trading against it. So it will affect the price before the indicators can pick it up. So I found it best just to stay out of the fray and wait till the news is done 30 minutes afterwards, and then go back to it. Tomorrow is a bank holiday in Japan, so on tonight's overnight trade, we won't be trading the yen or the pound yen because of the bank holiday. All right, so we're limited this morning on the dollar pound. So let's go ahead and see. Let's see what we've got. The chart I am going to trade off of. Is the light 6 major, which is one of the standard layouts. It's a composite chart. It is showing me 6 different currency pairs. The time frame I am trading from is a 1-hour chart. You can do this trade off of any time frame, but the 1 hour suits me. On a 1-hour chart, I like to be 30 minutes into the chart so that the lines have a chance to form. On a 1-hour chart, a trade is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. Usually support and resistance on a 1-hour chart is about 40 pips, 40 pips apart, 30, 40 pips apart. My sweet spot is 11 pips. If I can carve out 11 pips on that 35 pips, I'm happy. And if I do that 3 times a day, my goal is 30 pips a day. I am making very good money. And usually the overnight trade starts my trade day. So if both of those hit, I'm ahead 25 pips. So one more trade gets me to my 30 pips. Last night we only had one trade. So I'm at 11 pips. So on this trade, I expected to close within 1 to 3 hours, and which is the time frame that I'm comfortable with. And basically, I'm trying to get all the lines to go in one direction. So if I can get the direction right, I can make some money. So let's go ahead and take a look. Australian dollar USD. I'm going to start with the middle section of the chart, which is what we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. When the market's overbought, that's a good time to sell. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. And basically what I'm looking to do is when the market's oversold, like here, I want to get all the lines going up. If I catch all the lines going up, I'm going to be able to ride the wave up through the channel. So here you can see by the time we've got the signal, by the time we had the signal, which is this second green candle, I would have been able to get 16 pips off of this over the course of 2 hours. So that's what I'm looking for, to catch that. So here on the Australian USD, we're overbought. Minors have turned down. Majors still going up. I want everybody going up, so I don't have that. Euro USD overbought. Minors have started to turn. Majors still going up, so nothing there. If I don't see what I want here, I don't need to go look up here or look down here. So can I get 10 pips when we're overbought? Yeah, but it's just not part of my trade plan. I want to minimize, because when it's overbought, I don't know how much more up is in the move. And eventually it's going to turn. So I don't want to get stuck it turning while I'm carrying the long position. Pound USD overbought. Everybody's going up still. USD Canadian dollar oversold. Miners of everybody's kind of sideways here. Dollar Swiss franc, we're just touching oversold. Everybody's still going down. And USD yen, kind of in the middle of the channel, and we're changing directions. So nothing here. So I've cloned this chart, and I've got 6 other pairs to review. These are non-USD pairs. On that first chart, they were all USD related. So Euro pound overbought and still kind of going up. Majors are a little bit sideways. So here's a case where we were overbought, and you can see come on. We were overbought 25 pips over the course of 6 hours. It kept going up. Now, normally if I had taken a sell over here, my strategy would have been 11 and 35. So we still wouldn't have got stopped out, but so here, I guess there's 2 things. One, I could have made 10 pips on this turn, or 11 pips on this turn, if I had taken a buy, but I don't know how much before it turns. So I just don't want to take that chance. But can you make 11 pips? Can I get a trade when we're overbought and it's going up? Yes, you can. Australian dollar, yen, minors have started to turn, majors going up. So we don't have agreement. Plus the time of day, it's approaching 9 in the morning in Australia, 14 hours difference. It's approaching midnight. Not midnight, 7 in the evening. On a 1 hour chart, I want one of these pairs to be daytime. And so neither of these. So we wouldn't take this trade even if we had a setup at this time of day. Euro Canadian dollar, we're approaching overbought. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, majors going down, minors sideways. Pound to yen, Reaching overbought. So nothing there. I'm still holding the overnight trade from Monday. So, and it's, I don't know, maybe 50 pips out of the money. Euro, Australian dollar, 3/4 of the way into the channel, everybody going up. I generally don't like to trade once we've gone past the halfway mark. Now, had I seen this signal on the Euro USD, I might consider it where we get a turn in the middle of the channel. But right now, I'm keeping things kind of vanilla, keeping it simple. The pair I principally trade is the Euro USD and then sometimes the pound yen. So since I'm so familiar with how the Euro USD moves, if I see a turn like this, I might think about trading it. So let's go to the next pair. Canadian dollar, yen, majors going up, minors started to turn. Euro, New Zealand dollar. We just touched oversold. Everybody's going up. There are three things I'm looking for on this first with what's going on with the majors and minors, and one is oversold. So the minors got oversold, the majors just touched. 2, everybody's going up, which I have that. All the lines are going up. And 3, that I have a double cross where the gray line is crossed over and the green line is crossed over. I don't quite have the double cross on the green line. So I am going to pass on this right now, but we can maybe come back and look at it. But right now we don't have the double cross. Euro, NZD, buy. Pound New Zealand dollar. Oversold, everyone going up. We still quite don't have a strong cross here, so I'm going to pass on it. Plus, we've got the news on the pound coming up. New Zealand dollar, yen, we don't have agreement. Majors still going up. Minors have turned. If we can get everything in agreement, that gives us the highest chance of the move doing what we want. So that's what we're looking for. We want to reduce the chance that the trade won't do what we want. So when we get all the lines lined up, that gives us that highest probability. Dollar, New Zealand dollar, majors still going up. Minors have started to turn. Euro, Swiss franc. We got a turn when we were overbought. So I want everybody coming down, not everybody going up. Let's look at the next group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, everybody's kind of sideways. Swiss franc, yen, overbought, still going up. Euro, yen, overbought, still going up. Pound, Australian dollar, oversold, everybody's going up. We've got the double cross. So we've got 3 points here. We've got a little kink in the line, the green line, where we're going from less steep to more steep. So I kind of like that. The green line is just barely at 45-degree angle. I like it to be at 45-degree or better. So we got 3 points here, 2 orange lines. So then I would jump up to the TNTs and count how many lines are in support. 2 orange lines are going up, the thin and the thick. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that's telling me buy. So dotted blue is going down. So 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. I need to have a minimum of 3 of the 4 telling me buy. So I've got the second part of the test I'm looking for. Third part is I want these lines on the pressure going up, or I want the green line on top. And I have that. Green line's on top, and the green line is spreading away from the, it's still going down, but it's spreading away from the red line. So this is a point, 3 points here, 3 points here. So I've got 7 points. I've got 7 points. That is the good setup. My next step would be to confirm the setup, but I'm not going to go to the confirmation. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm not going to go to the confirmation of the setup because we've got the news coming out on the pound in an hour and 10 minutes. So I don't want to trade against the news. So I'm going to pass. But this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. I also like that the green line is just about, it's touching the channel, ready to go into the channel, versus it being gapped where there's like a lot of space before it gets into the channel. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, overbought. And we have disagreements. We get a little bit of a duck bill here on the majors. Here's his bill, here's his head. Usually this means there's more up in the movement. So if I were holding, I wouldn't take a trade on this, but say I were holding the trade, I might let it go a little bit longer before closing the position. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. We have all three here. Overbought. Everybody's going down, and the double cross, red's on top and the black's on top. What I don't like is the kink in the line here where we're going from more steep to less steep. So that's telling me it's starting to lose gas. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. So all 4 are telling me buy. Sell. When I jump down to the pressure, I've got very weak up pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines. Slope of the lines isn't that steep, and the gap in the lines. So we get a big gap. So I need these lines to be going down, or I need the red line on top, and I don't have either. So because I don't have the pressure, I'm going to pass. The other thing I kind of don't like is that the orange line is almost at 0. When the orange line's at 0, it doesn't think there's any more up in the movement. But you can see, here we were at 10. Here we were at 10. And, there was more up in the movement before it came down. So, all right. So we've just gone through 24 pairs. We didn't see a trade set up, but one of the nice things is that we teach you multiple trade setups, and we've got multiple trades that you can do. So here's another trade, the thick orange line trade, which is based on what the thick orange line does. The thick orange line is a scaled number. When it's as high as it can go, it's at 10. When it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. When it's at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the move. If there's no more down in the move, it's a good time to buy. So I want to look for situations where this number is 10 or 0 or within 1 point of either end. And I want to do that at when there's 5 minutes left in the hour. You can use this trade on a 30-minute chart or a 1-hour chart. It doesn't work on the longer time periods, but on a 30-minute chart or a 1-hour chart, it works. And on a 30-minute chart, it's worth 3 pips. On a 1-hour chart, it's worth 5 pips. So let's see. So we've got 0. We've got 0, or we've got 0.9. Well, it's bouncing a little bit over 1. So we're going to pass. I want 0 or 10 or within 1. 7 isn't close enough. 6 isn't close enough. 8.9 isn't close enough. This we're up over 9 now. Might take a look at this. 10, yes. So that's part 1 of the signal. This is at 10. Part 2 of the signal is I want to look where the red line is on the major indicator. And I want the red line to be above the blue line. It's just barely above the blue line. I want it to really be up where the black line is. I want it to be maybe 1/4 of an inch above the blue line. So when I have condition 1 and condition 2, that's a good trade. Right now, we'll come back to it. Let's come back to it while we're talking. But right now, I really, it's going above now. It's almost there. So let's see where we're at with 1 minute left. CHF, JPY, sell. 9.4, that is within 1 of 10, but look where my red line is. It's in the middle of the channel. So this is telling me that there's more up. So I don't have agreement. So let's go to the next group. And on Tuesday, we got one of these trades. So let's see, 6.5 isn't close enough. 8 isn't close enough. 8.6, no. 3, 9, I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within 1. No. Yes, that's within 1. Red line is way above. So I've got condition 1, condition 2. We are going to take a 5 pip sell on the Canadian dollar yen. Canadian dollar JPY. So you can do that in your simulator or in MetaTrader 4 if you're using MetaTrader 4. So I don't have the Canadian dollar yen chart open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and it'll probably be in this third group, Canadian dollar yen right here. Open it up. I'm going to make it to a 1 hour so I can see. And I am going to go to New Order. Pops up this window. This account has $10,000 in it, so I'm going to, my lot size, I'm going to move this decimal over 4 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 1.0. I can take anywhere from half of that, half to double it. I'm going to just take the 1.0. Market execution, going to be a sell. I am going to right click on the order, go to modify, and then this trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. If I put 50 in here and click this little blue button, it does the math for me. And this trade is accurate about 90% of the time. So I'm going to use a 4 to 1. I'm going to use a little bit greater stop loss than normal because of the accuracy of this trade. So 200 points is 20 pips. And I want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I'm just going to check it where I entered. 108.903. So if I take 5 away from 0.903, I'm going to go to 0.8503. So 853. So 85. So I'm going to get my full 5 pips. Go to modify, and it drops the take profit and stop loss. So we took a sell on the Canadian dollar yen JPY with a take profit of 108.853. That's 108.853, and a stop loss of 109.127. 109.127. 27. I expect this to close within the next couple hours, ideally in the next hour. What happens is, the way you can think about it is when this is at 10 and this is overbought, it's like a rubber band being pulled. And when the candle changes, there'll be a little snap, and we will get that, and that little snap is worth 5 pips. Some traders will wait until the top of the hour and want to see this number, the thick orange line number, change by 1, and here it changed by 2. But I've done the trade enough where we can get a jump on it by taking it early. All right, gang, thank you for joining me. It's an honor to have people come in and see what's going on. If you want to learn to trade, we can teach you. We're so confident we can teach you. We'll let you trade with our money up to $100,000 and split what you make. And it's that, so our interests are aligned. We make money when you make money, and you're in a place where, we don't want you to lose the money. So we're keeping an eye on what you're doing. So we're acting as a safety net so that you don't crash and burn. If we see you starting to draw down the account, we're going to step in and figure out what you're doing wrong and fix it. Okay, great. Thanks so much. We will see you again Monday afternoon, and keep an eye out for the afternoon trade tonight. All right, bye-bye.